The Endless Summer is the most famous surf movie of all time. It's grossed over $20 million and has been seen by people all over the world. Although it was made over 50 years ago, it still resonates with surfers today.
You know, Bruce had this idea of endless summer, keep crossing the equator and you could spend your whole life in summertime. He had heard of some surfers in Cape Town, South Africa. So the goal was to get to Cape Town. There wasn't a whole lot of air traffic in those days. There was certainly nothing from New York to South Africa. So to get there, we had to go to Ghana, Senegal, Nigeria, Leopoldville, and the Congo to get down to Johannesburg. In Ghana, we made it to the beach somehow, and there was waves. We stumbled onto it. Obviously, nobody else had ever been there looking for surf. We were apprehensive. I wondered if we should even be here. It was hot, and the water was hot. Back then, there was no surf wax, you know. I think Bruce showed it in the movie. We had Parawax, which you got at the grocery store, which was used in canning. We had no wax on our boards at all. It melted off in a heartbeat. You know, for our boards were 45 pounds, heavy, flat, and with no wax, we actually rode them pretty good. I would hate to try to do that tomorrow. Ride that heavy, flat thing. My board was 10'4". It was huge. People were just kind of curious, you know, what in the world are you doing? And at some point, one of us grabbed a kid, and he caught a wave, you know, and all of the other people were amazed to see this little kid. And so we got a bunch of them out there, and they were all taking turns and having fun.
When surfers travel to remote destinations, they're always looking to have an experience like that, where locals are cheering them on and playing with them in the water. I've always wondered what it's like at that beach now. Were the locals inspired by getting a taste for surfing? The fantasy was that they created a thriving surf scene.
These men were so excited about surfing that we felt sure after we left they shaped their own surfboard from some jungle tree and are probably out there surfing right now.
I wanted to go to Ghana and find out for myself if that fantasy was a reality. I didn't know what to expect. When you hear about Africa on the news, it's mostly for things like war, famine, or Ebola. But Ghana defied those stereotypes. It's a friendly and welcoming place. It's been a stable democracy since 1957. The capital city of Accra is quite modern, but Ghana as a whole is still a developing country. I did some research. I found the village. It's called Labadi. I went with this cab driver into this local village looking for someone from the movie. It seemed like an impossible task. The average lifespan in Ghana is 65, so we needed to find someone who was quite young when the movie was shot there in 1963.
Those who appeared in the video, most of them are gone. Almost, not, I think all of them are gone now.
The village is also next to a city of 3 million people. I was worried that I could spend months there and never find a person from the film. We went to the chief. I showed him the film, and the people there were really interested in the film. They didn't know that the film existed.
You would think there would be enough communication where somebody would go, I got this DVD, you got to see it. Part of it is right here.
One face from the footage stuck out to them. It's known in the film as the head rope coiler.
They all have duties. Here's the head rope coiler.
When the chief saw that and some of the people in the village office saw that, they knew right away who that was, and they said, oh yeah, that man is still alive, he lives really close by. So we went to his house, and which was only a few blocks away, and we found him. I knew instantly he was the guy. He's 69 years old, he comes from a family of fishermen. It's okay, it's okay. I showed it to him for the first time.
Here's the head rope coiler.
And his eyes lit up when he saw himself on the screen and he saw all these people he knew, most of whom unfortunately are dead now.
I remember that day. That day we dropped the net, then the white man came to come and see us. That day they have the swimming board. Everybody have liked it.
Everybody liked liked it?
Yeah.
What did the people say?
Oh, they say the man is done well.
That movie that wasn't made into a movie and was seen all over the world by probably 20 million people.
Hey.
He was amazed by the fact that millions of people had seen his face. He was flabbergasted by that.
All over the world. I'm sitting in Ghana. I'm going around to the whole world.
Yeah, the whole world.
The time the white men left, we tried to make ourselves to make it. We couldn't.
Why?
Because our boat that we have been using is too small for us.
It was awesome to find and meet Samuel, but the fantasy of finding this quaint little surf village was definitely not the reality. It's really the polar opposite of what it used to be. It's basically a dumping ground for the city of Accra. The palm trees are gone, the shoreline has eroded, and the beach was covered with trash from urban runoff. The water was dirty, and I didn't see anyone in the ocean.
They dump trash into our gutters, and all the gutters empty into the sea. When they tell you that is the place where they took that video, you won't believe it. It's changed tremendously.
The spirit of the endless summer lives on in a place a few hours away called Busua. There, it's a beautiful tropical beach. It's lined by palm trees. There's fun little waves in front. Busua has a great little surf camp run by a guy named Peter Ansah.
Like everything here is very nice beach. Well, you can lie down on the beach, no bother, go surfing anytime you want.
Waves, yeah, sometimes was small, but sometimes also it's really big. Sometimes overhead barrow, we get barrow, and yeah, and so fun, you know, yeah. So people like to surf always.
A lot of people come here to surf, and it's really cool to meet them and surf together with them. A lot of waves, but a few surfers, you know. So when you come to Ghana, surfing, you get a long ride. You can catch how many waves you want.
The Ghanaian, we like strangers. We welcome strangers of whatever color, of whatever tribe, of whatever. Where you come, irrespective of where you come from, you are welcome in Ghana. We believe that if you receive a stranger in your house and care for him, it brings you good luck. Though some of them in the long run turn out to be ungrateful, but we still love them. We welcome them.